Everyone needs food. People do not consume food for long periods of time. Their stomach begins to rumble and they feel large amounts of discomfort. But why? And how is food processed through your body? Food enters the body through the mouth. It is mechanically digested through a chewing action utilizing your molars. This is to increase the surface area of the food. This is because larger surface area catalyzes the digestion reaction, making nutrient extraction much easier because the surface gets exposed to more saliva. The tongue excretes saliva through salivary glands, mainly the parotid, sublingual, and the submandibular glands, which contain amylase, an enzyme that breaks down complex polysaccharides such as starch into simpler saccharides such as maltose. This is called chemical digestion. After swallowing, the epiglottis closes up over the trachea in order to prevent foods and liquids from entering the respiratory system. The chewed up food then travels down the esophagus, which connects the food to the stomach. The esophagus uses peristalsis, which is continuous waves of muscle contractions to force the bolus down. The lower esophageal sphincter constricts food after entering the stomach, making it a one-way journey. As it enters the stomach, the bolus is mixed with gastric acid, which is hydrochloric acid mixed with water and a multitude of enzymes such as protease, which specializes in dissolving proteins into amino acids. The gastric acid is capable of digesting the stomach itself. Luckily for us, our stomach's walls are extremely thick and are also lined with mucus in order to prevent such an incident from occurring. Mechanical digestion occurs when contractions of smooth stomach muscles create mixing waves, mixing up the boluses and the gastric acid. Chemical digestion also occurs in the stomach. When mixed with the bolus, the enzymes inside the gastric acid begin breaking down fats and proteins, which makes the nutrients soluble. This mixing action produces chyme, which is a water-food mixture that will then travel down the small intestine after being stored in the stomach for several hours for digestion, being blocked by the sphincter muscles. The chyme makes its way into the duodenum. The duodenum is the beginning of the small intestine where the chyme is mixed with bile from the gallbladder through the bile duct and digestive juices from the pancreas. The bile is used to break down fats into fatty acids, as well as neutralizing the pH level of the gastric acid. Chyme moves through the part of the small intestine called the jejunum, which specializes in absorbing nutrients using peristalsis, while making contact with the multitudes of villi lined along the walls of the small intestine. These villi are mainly used for assimilating nutrients for transport to the rest of the body. Once the nutrients are absorbed, the chyme makes its way into the large intestine. This is where it turns into feces. Feces basically consists of undigested fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, as well as dead bacteria, cells, and dried up digestive juices. The large intestine is capable of absorbing water, vitamins, and fats. It also secretes mucus, which helps keep the feces together. The large intestine also has a large population of bacteria. This bacteria helps digest the foods and turns it into gas. The feces reaches the terminal of the large intestine, or the rectum. The rectum acts as a temporary storage site for feces. The feces is finally expelled through the anus through defecation. However, sometimes defecation is not as easy as it seems. If someone does not defecate for a large amount of time, the mucus may dry up and the feces will harden. This results in constipation, which is the difficulty to excrete properly. Bacterial breeding and viral infections may also lead to diarrhea, which is the softening of feces.